Hi, my name's Stewart Desson. I'm the founder and the CEO of Lumina Learning, and in this short video I'm going to be explaining to you why we've laid out the 24 qualities in the Spark model in the way that we have, why they're in a circle, why they're in this particular order. So here you can see the hypothesized order of the 24 qualities. There's 4 factors measured at both ends, making 8 aspects, and with 3 qualities for each of the 8 makes 24. So this is the hypothesis. How are we going to test that this is a good order? Well, we undertake a factor analysis, but instead of doing a 4-factor model, which would be the normal way of working with 4 factors, we're forcing it to be just 2 factors. Why do we do that? Well, that enables us to then plot the data. For each quality, it has a loading on factor 1, a loading on factor 2, and by putting it into 2 dimensions and then blowing up the data, you can immediately see the circular structure of the data shining through. If we now go through each of the 8 aspects, gathering up the 3 qualities in each and seeing how they go from the 2-dimensional plot onto the mandala. There's people focused, there's inspiration driven, 3 there, there's 3 qualities into big picture thinking, 3 qualities into extroverted, 3 qualities into outcome focused, 3 into discipline driven, 3 into down to earth, and finally 3 into introverted. So you can see the structure shining through. We can test this a little further and actually measure the correlation between each of the 24 qualities. This enables us to also look at the correlations between the opposite. So there are 12 pairs making 24, and we can look at the negative correlation between the 12. So for example, adaptable correlates 0.61 with flexible, and flexible 0.69 with spontaneous, and so on. You can again see the lower correlation at the seam, if you like, between alpha and beta. So adaptable going through to empathetic being 0.23 at the other end, logic to purposeful 0.26. And you can also see the negative correlations for the 12 opposite pairs. The strength of the model shines through in the high level of the correlations in this sort of optimal layout of the 24 qualities. I hope you found that fascinating and of interest, and thank you for your time.